Okay, hi all, I'm sharing my screen. Let's continue the class. Is everyone able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, we have seen about the for loop, and we have seen about the for each loop, and we have seen about the while loop, and we have seen about the do while loop. Um, and whereas in the do while loop, what is the speciality is at least one iteration will happen. It means if the condition is getting fails also, I mean, like, what are the condition like we'll be writing in our do while loop? If that condition is getting failed also, at least one time iteration will be happening. For example, this is the thing: j equals 0, j is less than 0, that isn't false, but still, like, we are getting an one value added over here. If you see here, if you see here, 0 break tag, like it's getting added. 0 break tag. Else, like, if you use something like backward slash n, no, it will be on the same thing, like it will be printed as 0 or something, like something happening. Not this one, it should be like an array. Let me open this file again in the Chrome. Maybe you can see right now over here with the 0. Like, what is the 0? Like, it's been printing it. Like, with the angle brace is available. It should not be there like this. It's something like it's a next line, new line. If you see over here, or in the console, it will be printing in 0. Without taking the condition also, it will execute one loop with the do while. It will execute one loop with the do while. That is speciality of it. Any doubt in this for loop, for each, or while loop, or do while loop? Okay, I hope yes. And I will be using now something like for loop with the for of operator and for in operator, so that you will guys will get the clarity how it will be getting work. That item of persons. For now, I'm going to print an inside the console. Wherever you guys want it, you can print it something like however I have printed here with the li and eval tags and all the things, and which are the like for formatting it, Control A and Control KF, so that it will be on the same line, so that for seeing and all, like, it will be good thing, so we can easily understand. And whereas I'm writing in one more thing, let item in persons. In the top one, like, it will be getting an each item, but whereas here it's like we'll be getting an index here. If you see here, it is going to print as 0 to 4, and whereas this one, like, it's a different. If you see in the console, it's printing as something. The first one as the values it's been printed it, and whereas here it's an indexes. For in the sense, like, that's an like for up in the sense, like, one item it will be printing, and for in the sense, like, it's an index. Indexes, like, it will be getting printed off. That is the case of something like our looping for off or for in operator. Each item, it will occur while iterating it. And when for in operator, each index will get occur while iterating it. And just additional operations, it will be happening, I can say it, to just like to do the any operations, I can say, for I mean, like, off operator, in operator, different things, I can say it, like with the for each things and all. This and all, like, multiple things are available, something like for the loopings and all. And whereas in the array, still we have filter, map operators. We'll be seeing one by one for that. Like, no need to worry on that. Just like in the coming, I mean, like, in the same today's class, something like we'll be covering an all array methods. How we'll be doing all the operations. We'll be doing the all operations to just like to do the like code executions or just like multiple things and all, like how we should be written the thing and each and everything either inside the function or just like inside the separate things and all, like that will be seeing later. In first now we have seen about that. I'm like now we'll be going through one by one array methods. For array methods, I'm going to create a new file so that you will be having more clarity. Like it's a very clumsiness. The same file. I'm going to create an JS array methods. We have several operators and several methods which is available in the array to do the all the operations to do the all the operations either paragraph or something like I'm going to put in something like list, and I'm going to write a script tag, and in the script like I'm going to create one array or something like that, fruits or something, just like whichever you likes it you can have it like that. Banana, dragon fruit, butterfruit, and different things, something whichever you like it you can have our own things. And like let's start with the array methods. First I'm going to show you something like in the fruit thing, like I'm like push thing, push like which will be using for to add a new element at the last for the array, to push the new element to the array. That time like we'll be using the push operator. And let's write our document array, get id. We can write our array as something like item as a list, and in our HTML with our list of items, or just like fruits, like we have created right? That is the fruits. And we need to open inside the browser, and I have opened in the live server. We see here it's been printed one by one value. It's printed as one by one value. If you see now, I have created only 4 items, but I have added a new element with the lemon by using a push operator. By using a push method, it will add a new element to the particular existing array. Particular existing array. I'm going to write in the notes so that you guys won't forget it. Just like I start with the methods. Method something like push method, push of value, adds new element last position of array. The push operator which we will be using for to add a new element at the last thing. Or else in the one more way like we can do it something like fruits of fruits dot length equal to um, cherries, and like now cherries also got added into the array. That is, these are the two ways how we can add a particular element at the last position by that one. For example, suppose if you want to assign for the 10th element, you can pass the 10th, you can put over something like orange or grape or something. We see now it's been printed as comma comma 4 elements as empty. With the help of it will be printing as an undefined, like what are the empty will be there, like from we have 0 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. It means like what are the elements like it's been I mean like empty is there, for that like it will be getting added as an undefined. Undefined. and and like we need to write the note for that, just like associate an array We can use associate an array. Associate an array. Okay, it's an associate arrays, and like which we'll be using for something like I can write the note for something like if you see here something like many programming language supports many programming language supports arrays with named indexes, but in JavaScript it's not. But in the JavaScript are not. But whereas in the array, the named index is called as an associative or just like hashes, we can consider it. These things we can call as associative arrays or hashes. And next, JavaScript does not support with the named indexes, but we'll be using. We can use something like arrays. Always something. We can use the numbered indexes. It is numbered indexes. In the JavaScript, like it will be using the numbered indexes. Number indexes. There is a number indexes. And okay, next we know it's already based on index, like directly we can assign the value and like what will be getting the data. And next we need to know one more thing, something like difference between arrays and objects. Difference between arrays and objects. In JavaScript, arrays use number indexes, but whereas in the objects it will support named indexes. And then it's a named indexes. Next, arrays are special kind of the objects. Note, arrays are a special kind of and with number indexes. Now we will getting it out. When I should go with the objects, when I should go with the arrays. When to use what? Either objects and to use the objects. Okay, when to use the either this one or that one, like you can just like check the things. I mean like now I can say something like JavaScript as in and something like inbuilt array constructor. JavaScript as a built-in array constructor. Um, Something like it's a new array. We can create in this way also. Instead of square braces, just like it will be just like we can create in this way also. Instead of like array braces, like this, like we are creating it, right? Like you can create something like let. I mean, like I will show here that items equal to it's a new array of. You can pass the values. Something like Hindu, your choice, like which other value you want it, like you can put it. But it will also give in the same state. I'm printing in the new line with the break tag, just like items. In the browser, it will be printing in the two arrays. It will be considering the same steps. It will be considering the same steps, whichever will be creating it. And JavaScript is an inbuilt constructor. And next, and realize something like actually one more thing, something like in the whereas something like JavaScript objects, like it will be just like you want the element names to be just like the strings or text or something. The thing is something like we can use an JavaScript objects when you want the element names to be strings, something like text or something. One second, please. Okay. This is just like it's a name to be strings as text or something. If you want to put our strings as the text, we can use the objects in that case. And one more is something like you should use arrays when you want the element to be numbers, names to be numbers. It means because in the array, like it will be sorting the numbers and the indexes. That's why this statement. And array creations. One is something a new array. This thing, anything like this, the two things are just like in the different ways, like we can pass it the same thing, like it doesn't different, but we can use anything, like we can create anything, we can use that anyway. And how to recognize a particular array? Recognition for the array, we can do something like if you use something like type of array, I mean like type of array, like it will be as an object. I already show you guys. It's an object that's like difficult to just like figure it out. And whereas we have in the array in the from the ES5 ECMAScript 5 version, we got the feature called to check the is array by using an array.isArray method. I already showed you guys array.isArray of our array values. It's an array, like it will be giving us true, like array variable value, or like we can check it. And one more thing, something like the second way solution. This is the first one, and second way something like in something like we have created the first one's item just like cars or something, right? Just like cars, instance of an array. Is it a type of array or not? That is two ways. Like we can easily check our things, and we can easily figure it out how these things will be getting happen. However, these things will be getting happen. However, the execution context are just like different things. How it will be getting happen. And next is something like our array methods. How we can do the each and everything. We have already started the methods. We told about the push method, and let's go with the one by one method. Something like toString method. It will be just like converts an array of strings into just like array values with the comma. You convert it. Let's see like how it looks like. Just let me use our toString method to just like to check the differences. Items are toString method, but if it's an array we need to just append something. If you use the toString method, no, from array to just like it will be converting to, I mean like a particular string thing. Let's see like how it will print same thing, like it doesn't have any difference. Inner HTML or internal, like it will convert the same thing. And whereas the next method calls something like giant method. This also same thing, it joins elements into the string, but you can specify the operator. Just like let me show how we can join it. See, like we have seen the toString method. Next is something like I'm going to show you guys something like with the join method. You can do something like join method, something like items.join, something like either star or just like hash or something. Whichever the special character you want to just like bind the thing, you can bind with the join method, like whichever you want to just like however you want to convert it, just like it can happen into the particular string based on like here for the join, like you have specified a star. It just like how like if you want to merge with the star or the hash or something like different things, you can do it. Okay, and that's the thing. And when this and all string and all just like it is a giant method, it's that is the thing of it. And like we can go with the other method, something like how we'll be doing it. And popping and pushing off, we have already seen something like our push method. And let's go with the next thing, giant method. Is it clear? Is giant method is clear? And where I push method to add a new element at last position. At last position, you can use it. And I have already shown you guys push method. Next is something like pop to remove the last element. To remove the last element, that's a pop method. Push and pop. Just like to remove the last element, we will be using the pop. For adding the last element, we will be using the push method. Let's see, like I will be using the push, I mean like pop method. Like for the fruits, for example, like we have added the lemon and we have printed it. And like I'm going to remove that one, something like fruits.pop. Now In the fruits like cherries will go off, like but remaining things are will be there. One second, push pop. You see, like lemon, it went off, but whereas cherries, it's not going. It's going with cherries also. Like it was not saved properly. Okay, okay, sorry. Like it was going the, I mean, like orange element. Like I have not. If you see now, it was going the orange, like at the last position. But the pop is the purpose of to remove an last element and return. It will be written in URL and you can print in the console or something like someplace. Document that right. You can do just like it will be just like printing in like what the element cut removed and what now last index. That now things like which will be doing our thing. What are the remote element is an orange. That is an pop. Whatever element which got removed, that is then with the pop method, it will be returning a removed element. It will be returning a removed element. Next is something like and the shift method. Shift method we will be using for to remove or just remove the first element in the array. It's opposite to the pop. And unshift is there to add a first element at the first position. Insert new element at starting index. You see now, like I'm going to do that things. After doing the pop, I'm going to do something like fruits dot shift again. I'm doing it like to remove an first element, and after removing it, I'm going to add something like pineapple. Unshift of pineapple. Like I'm adding in that thing. If you see now, pineapple got added at the first, and before there was something like banana, it got removed with the shift method. That is the purpose of removing the first element, and unshift is just for inserting a new element at the start index. New element at the start index. And next, if you use the delete keyword and if you do it, like it will become as an undefined in that place. Something like if you use it, something like delete fruits of just like fruits array of just like three or something in third position, like it will become as a here if you see here it's become as one empty. How that is the way of delete is the purpose of something like deleting and key from the array or just like we can use an deleting key from the JSON also you can consider key or array of key like we can say to remove it sorry to remove an like element at the same index and replace with undefined and replace with undefined. This is the way of how we will doing it. Next, merging of the two arrays. Already like we have the two arrays, one is the fruits and one is the items. Suppose if you want to merge the arrays, we can do with the either suppose if you want to update for the same like items array, let's see how we can do it. Items equal to items dot concat of fruits. Before like see now if you see here it's got merged both the things this and this like it's become as a merging thing Chandu Pradesh came into with the apple those are all things like that is an merge operate with the concat is the purpose of to merge two arrays to merge two arrays That is the purpose of it. That nothing something like concat or just like it's just like merging thing, and we can do the merging thing with the help of something like spread operator also. That is with the help of, if you see here, in the same way like I'm coming to the line, and in the with the help of spread operator, array of three dots our items, comma three dots fruits, it will also give the same output. You haven't seen any difference between those things. That is an, I mean, like concat thing and just like spread operator. Also same use for merge and arrays. To merge and arrays, we'll be using for the merge and arrays. And next there will be splice and slice thing. And next there will be splice and slice thing to remove array element, to just like remove an array element based on a particular index. We'll be using for splice of our index something like, we can use an item the splice of. Suppose I need to remove a particular seventh index, like just like I'm removing a two elements from the seventh to second thing. If you see here, in the current existing elements, I have removed two elements. Something like, if you see here, it has a pineapple, it has a dragon, it has a butter, it has lemon, but it has cherry. Some of the elements, something like I have removed over here, which are before like it was taking as a undefined position after the butter, and just like some of the elements, something like it's been removed with the help of items. We are removing an items. If you see here, I'm printing and before slicing and after slicing, so that we can get the clarity how many elements got removed, what are things that one. If you see here, this is the previous elements, like what things is available: chendu, pratis, pineapple, butter, undefined, and lemon, cherries, and all the things. Whereas here it's been removed cherries and one undefined. It means two elements got removed: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It means from which index to how many elements it should be getting removed. That is the parameter of the splice method. Splice method, it should be taking an start index, comma count of the elements to remove the things. Count of the elements to remove the things. And one more thing, the splice it will be providing an replacing items. Suppose if you want to replace any items, we can pass with that. Let me pass other things, comma here, ready 26 for example. If you see here, after removing it in the same index, it's been removed, it's been I mean like updated with the current elements, current element values. That is with the help of splice operator. That will be giving the same benefit to us. And next is something like there are slice, and like which will be using for to pick the elements from index to index, to pick from the index to index, from just like we can pass the one index, and from the index to index also, like we can pass it from index and to index, to pick the group of elements, to pick the group of elements. Okay, and I can easily say something like, I will show you guys over here how it will be happening. For example, console.log, I'm providing an items of slice of, I mean like for example 3. Let's see like what will be happening, so that you guys will get the clarity. If you see now, 3 index is the dragon. From that rest of the elements, all the things, it's got sliced. It is just like sliced. Suppose from the 3 to, I mean like 6 or something, you'll be getting that much elements only. 3 is in this one, 4, 5, 6, like prior to that index, like it will be getting the all the elements. That is the way of doing slicing, to get the group of elements, to get the group of elements. And we have seen already two string method, and like min and max value. Suppose if you want to get the array, that time like we can use the sort method, and we can easily get our thing to filter it out. just like based on any index or something, just like we can easily do the things to get the max elements or min elements or something. Suppose in the items, I can use the sort method. It will be by default in the ascending order. It will be just like it will be changing the values output also. If you see over here in the console, it's printing an CPP. I mean, like it will be just like DLP. The order, how our sorting is getting happen. I have did here in the last position. That's why the only 36 line console only is getting changed. In other places, it's not. If you want to change in other places, after merging the thing, if you do it in the other things, like it will be getting changed over here. B, C, C, D, L. It means it is in the ascending order. Undefined is taken as a last position because there is no values is occurred over there. Is it clear? If any doubts, you guys can easily ask the thing. Don't sit idle, please. And one more thing I will show you guys to just like to do a reverse of the elements. We can easily do something like our items dot our reverse. We can easily do our thing something like by using an items dot reverse. So it will be reverse the existing array from just like from the A to B to or just like from Z to A. It will be getting occurred. If you see over here from the undefined to it is just like it is in the descending order 26, ready, pratis, pineapple, lemon, dragon, butter. From the starting index to last index. That is the way of it's a reversing the array the reversing the array. The sort method inbuilt like it generated for the like array of the strings purpose. Suppose if you want to do with the any numbers or something, it doesn't work it. For that, we should write our logic to do the things with the a minus b and just like and b minus a and like how we'll be doing with the numbers and all and that numbers and all the things something like we can do easily in the same way for the small tricky logic is there that we can see in the next class something like either tonight or just like tomorrow like Monday like we can have that session for that. এটা win का और भी है ना એટલે તો net nah uh, hi Al, can you able to hear me? Guys, like, can you able to hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, like, power got disconnected and able to see, I think so. And we can, like, connect again on the either tonight or just like Monday. I will be just continuing the class. And, like, I will be posting this videos in the YouTube. And just like, just like, we can wrap it up the things, something like. Thank you so much, Alak, for joining for the weekend as well. Hope, just like, if you missed any one or two lines, just like, go through the video, like, it is recorded. No problem for that, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Chandu. Happy weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Happy weekend, all of you. Bye bye.